shouldn't. I went to bed asking. I went to bed late again. I went to bed like at 2:30. I was like, okay, I should go to bed now. I went to bed late because I was trying to. I was trying to prepare the videos for the next round because tomorrow is the last video that I have prepared. There's nothing else left. I was like, okay, I need to keep that going. Thanksgiving is coming up, in the videos and the triggers of my molestation, sexual molestation, and sex, and just, you know what it reminded me of? It's reminding me of my self-worth. I mean, I already knew it, but in terms of just like, yeah, I'm gonna move on. The dream. I went to bed dreaming. I went to bed asking for them to show me a sign if I need to cut my hours. Because I'm getting clients that are leaving, and I don't want to add more clients, but I have to maintain a certain number a week. And so I was asking for guidance for them to show me, like, do I add more clients, or can I start cutting them? They didn't give me that answer. what I ended up dreaming about this person from my past. I hadn't dreamt about him in a bit. I hadn't dreamt about him in a while. Or it feels like a while. And in my dream, it was a little hard to solidify, only because I slept with the heater on, and the heater was louder than my meditation music. So I realized that I could hear it. Oh, I'm so tired. In my dream, he's watching me. He's watching me. He's watching me. Here's the thing. In this dream, one of my clients is in there. I've never dreamt of this client. He happens to be a client that I'm only seeing once a month now, because we're getting ready for him to, like, cut the cord. Like, he's moving on. He was one of my first clients too, and I remember in the beginning with him, I was triggered. I was triggered because, one, they have the same name. Two, he looked like there was just this whiff, I don't know what it was, but there was just something about him that triggered this person from my past. And I remember in the beginning, I really struggled. No one tells, like, they couldn't tell. And I actually enjoy working with all my clients. But I remember being triggered. And I was pushing through it. And it was just that he reminded me so much of this person from my past, the challenges that he had, and there's similar challenges that a lot of men have. He had a lot of anxiety, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry about the future, a whiff of, you know, he had trauma, witnessed violence in the community. Like, it was just like, what? Like, I remember thinking, like, very similar experiences from what I remember. He had a lot of anxiety. I remember the session when he showed up, and then he was just like, he calls me Miss Ibiza, and he said he was so chill. I remember having to do a double take. What? I think I might have recorded on it. One of the old videos. I probably recorded on how I saw the shift in him. He was one that listened. He listened. He's one of the few clients that actually listened, that actually put to practice. Like, he has so much this kind of like motivation, his family, just so proactive. Like, he was just on it. He's like, I don't like how this feels. What do I need to do? And he listened. And he put it into practice. But I remember the session that he came in, and I was tripped out because he was just like, I feel so chill. Yeah, I feel so grounded. I'm like, what? He's all, I've been doing what you said, been doing this. He's like, I feel good. And I remember thinking, oh, cool. But, and because he was one of my first clients, you know, this is the first time that I, at this age, and I mean, I've worked with adults before, but in a different capacity, more as like an extension of my client, because I work more with young adults, teens, you know, kids. So I would work with their parents as well, and oftentimes we would have to address their stuff in order for them to be a support to their child. But this is the first time that I actually work like with adults on their own. And so I remember just feeling like, oh wow, like adults actually listen. Or at least in this particular setting, because I mean, adults listen before too, and with parents, as parents, but it was a little more challenging because it was like, it was just, it's just different. It's different. Learn more about the kids. Oh. But he was so, like, this client was determined. He had the determination to do things differently. He had the motivation. He had his why. That's what it was. That's so funny, because that's one of the videos that I went to bed listening to prepare when I was trying to figure out my why. This client had his why he was doing this, and that motivated him. And he followed through. So I had never dreamt of him until last night. And in my dream, I'm playing with his baby. We're in the living room, and his wife is there too. They just had a baby. Oh, it's May. It's May. They're supposed to have a baby later this month. I wonder if they had the baby early. The baby's due at the end of this month. I wonder if they had the baby early. Because we schedule it, baby's due this week, next week. That's so wild. I wonder if that. Yeah. I wonder if they had the baby early. Because in the dream, I'm playing with his daughter in the living room. And this person from my past is there. And he's watching. I can't feel his energy anymore. I don't feel connected to him anymore. Like energetically, like I couldn't feel his emotions. That's what I noticed, that I couldn't feel his emotions. But he was watching how I was helping others. One of my other clients is there. Old clients, because she was also one of the first clients that I worked with. We already graduated. I don't see her anymore. Why is she there? There's something about she's referring people to me. Something about calling attention to me. She's calling attention to me. Referring people. There's I don't remember if she's there though. She's there. This text is throwing me off. It's a spam. It's so weird that I would have that dream. There's another scene. I don't know how it's tied in. There's a pregnant woman in the car. Two guys. It's an old school car. And I remember like they're waiting. Something happened in their car. They're waiting. And I remember kind of being upset that no one offered them water. It was hot outside. And I'm like, they're just randomly stranded. And I remember being upset that no one offered them water. And I tell someone to give them water. I don't know who they are. They seem young. I just remember being upset that no one offered them water. I'm like, why are you guys not offering? Do you see them stranded? You see that it's freaking hot. She's pregnant. Like, offer the poor people water. Even though we didn't know them, I'm like, offer them water. And then we just start talking and they come out of the car. so weird. I have, aside from the connection of my client and this person from my past with anxiety, and the trigger, he was a trigger for me. Again, not a bad thing. It was just an awareness of like, okay, clearly, right, I still need to work on this healing for myself. And it was at the very beginning, because he's not triggering to me anymore. He's not triggering to me anymore. It's I wonder if he had his baby early. Because in my dream he has his baby, he has his other baby. One of the reasons why we've extended it once a month up to now, even though he was ready to close out before, but the only thing that he was anxious about was this new life change, and he just wanted some security of just in case it gets more challenging. But he's got it. He's so on it. He's got it. He knows what to do. He's been managing well, very well. And he knows about this channel, so he probably gets to this. You're doing great. Don't doubt yourself. You got this. I forgot that I had told him about the channel, because it was when we were getting ready to like transition out, and I sensed he's like, I'm not sure, like he's got it, but you know, and again, with a lot of my other clients, it's always this fear of like, how do I move on, right, without you, and so we practiced like, okay, every other week, and I had to like kind of go back with a few clients because it was hard for them, and except for those that they got it, and so this kind of serves as that buffer, like, hey, I'm putting this channel together, the other one, and I'm gonna post videos on there. I've decided to post some parenting ones there too, because he had some questions about parenting. I was like, oh, I should post up that chapter on parenting in the other one, because I did a lot of that with kids. But anyways, all right, that's it. I just want to record it because I didn't expect that dream. I didn't get my answer about work. So hopefully. Alright, bye. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself.
yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me.